All right, welcome back to the channel. Been a while since I posted. Haven't been able to work on anything. Pretty much too cold and too many cars in the way to get anything done at home anyway. And I'm kind of out of money, so can't really buy any parts for anything, kind of at a standstill. Here at the shop, one of the main reasons I haven't posted, took a 2-week vacation and kind of went and wife and I did our thing. So I didn't really film, just wanted to kind of relax, kick back, didn't do anything car related. But anyway, just thought I'd give a quick update here at the shop on where we're at. Finally starting to get caught up. Been saying that for a little while, but we just keep running into parts issues. And I was gonna film a video on that 67 Camaro we did a little mini build series on, but we got it delivered while I was on vacation, so didn't really get to film an outro video for that, but I should be able to get one out. Might even be in this video. I'm not too sure how long this is going to drag out, so you never know. Might be in this one, and if it is, then you'll know. Anyway, I'm pretty much hammering away on the 54 Corvette. We waited a long time to get some special parts for this car that are just super hard to come by, so now we're pretty much full throttle on this car, so pretty excited. It's been a long time coming. So here it is, got the radiator all completely re-cored and ready to go back in. Got all the stuff for the core support to get bolted in. It's not in just yet. Also working on the parking brakes and got our master cylinder finally. That's one of the longest things we've waited on. Well, kind of our fault because we really wanted the one with the Delco Ramey stamp on it, and we ended up having to opt out and just go with a regular one because the wait time was just too long. But anyway, the videos on this car in the past have never done very well. But if you guys want to see more on this, let me know down in the comments, and I will film myself working on this and doing some stuff. And as you can tell, the original battery tray was rusted out. I had to hand make this section and bead roll it to match the original, just because the reproductions aren't exactly correct. They don't have all this nice stamping at the bottom. I was able to find the original brackets and clean those up and re-weld them onto this because they were not on there. So that's all done and drying. Didn't go too fancy with it. As you can see, it was pitted really bad, but it wasn't rusted through, besides just where I replaced. Because it's the battery tray. I mean, I'd rather have an original one and pitted than a reproduction. So that'll be ready to go back in probably tomorrow, maybe. I'm not sure. Honestly, I may do it last. Don't know. Anyway, if you guys want to see more on that, let me know. The Corvette that you guys have seen that I'm doing, basically it is waiting for Jason to paint the other 66 that we're doing in the booth. And it should be ready for paint next week. So then I'll be able to film some more on this. And then as far as our personal projects go, like the Trans Am, the 55 gasser, and some of Dad's stuff at home, those should be coming up hopefully probably spring of next year. Dad's building a new shop, so that's kind of the thing I've been waiting to talk about. So I will probably include some footage of the shop going up because it goes up this week and we don't get to do the concrete until late winter, early spring when the temperatures start coming back up a little bit. So once that's all done and we wire it up and all that fancy stuff, we'll be able to get back on our projects there. But I'm going to work at trying to sell some things because stuff's not going to sell in the winter, so that way I can get some room at home to be able to have some content at home. But just kind of hitting a dry spell right now. Nothing that's really worth filming, and or it's hard for me to film because I'm bouncing between 2 different cars. But anyway, I will do my best to maybe film some stuff on this Corvette if you guys are interested. This 50 Chevy here, it was just a quick wiring job. Jason got it knocked out. And then all we got to do is bolt the grill back on it, a cooling fan, a battery tray, and a new speedo deal and gear stuff for the transmission. And then it leaves, so it's nothing fancy. But I might even film some stuff on it, so just to get some content out, which might even be in this video. But anyway, that's pretty much where we're at the shop. I know a lot of you guys, if you've been watching since the very beginning, you'll remember the Opal. We had a few more guys working with us at the time when we took this build on, because it is a major build, and why you would want to save one of these in this condition is beyond me. But hey, we'll tackle it. But we took it on ahead of other projects that we were waiting on that were technically in line before it, but we couldn't get parts. And then now we've gotten those cars, gotten parts, and now it's kind of been put aside. So that's the whole deal with the Opal. But anyway, next clip, I'm not sure what it'll be. It's either going to be catching you up where I'm at home, or on one of the cars up here. So I don't know. Let's just see what's next and we'll get to it. Okay. I know I've been mentioning we haven't had any room to work on anything, so we got everything stuffed away for winter, both here and in my garage. I did say we're going to go to my place, give you an update, but not much to give you an update on because everything's just stuffed in the garages. So same with out here. And reason being, I know I mentioned Dad's building a new shop, so figured I'd do a video on it. I think you guys would be interested in it. So I'll continue to do updates on this as we go. Concrete won't be going until spring, unfortunately. So then build videos on as far as like wire in the place and all that will come after. But anyway, let's go ahead and show you guys what we're working with out here. They are, I think, starting on siding tomorrow. So I may hold off and show some more tomorrow. That way I can include a little bit more in this video. But anyway, here, let me get out where we can see and show you what we got. So as you can see, they just got this moisture barrier put up, roofs on it, and we're measuring for a door right now. That's what he's doing. We just carried the entry door out. So the main part of the stone has been done already. So we got 3 bay doors. So Dad's always wanted a spot to be able to work on the projects. So here we go. And this is where the 55 will be amongst the other cars that you have seen. It's 40 by 60, 12-foot ceilings, 10-foot garage doors, and the entry door down here, 2 windows on each side. And then out back, we'll show you there. Can't believe for Indiana how swampy it is. I mean, look at this. Got ruts everywhere. And it's a freaking mess walking too. But then out back, got a nice lean-to for the enclosed trailer. So instead, you can pull it around here, back it in, pull through, whatever he wants to do, and park it under here. That way that trailer stays out of the elements. Well, as far as just stuff being able to sit on the top of it. So I think this is like a 30-foot section. So be able to keep that trailer underneath here. What's that? Oh, yeah, I think we're going to start our own little, vice grip garage, Rusty Acres over here. Be a good spot for it. Got quite a bit of area we can stuff some more projects. Always got room for more. So that's why we've kind of been not able to work on anything, because we've got everything pushed away for the winter, so this thing could get going. So here's some more stuff for the ridge vent, and I think siding over there, some stuff out back, and some other stuff over there. So yeah, figured you guys would enjoy seeing it. I think every guy likes seeing shop spaces. So, and like I said, we'll do more videos on this once it's finished, and once we can start actually going through here and wiring it and working on it.
Show the 3.
Yeah, show the 3 doors and And I think what you want to do the lift right here probably in this first bay. So we'll get us a, yeah, and then we'll do a 20 feet entry pad for the width of the doors, all 3 doors. That way we can roll cars in and out. So yeah, it ought to be pretty cool. I think my father-in-law is going to come out, help us wire it. We've both done a little bit of house wiring before, but nothing too extensive. And my father-in-law does all that kind of stuff. So we'll go through and film wiring it and whatever else we decide to do. And then when we start moving stuff out here and whatnot, that'll be a little while, because what did he say, February or March on concrete?
April.
Oh, April. Wow. So
he said March, as long as March was nice.
Okay. So we'll see. It's going to be a little bit before we get on projects like the 55 and the Trans Am, stuff like that. It'll be a little while. So you'll probably mainly see some content at the shop and some stuff on my 59 Beetle. Other than that, all that other fun stuff that we've been working on is going to be put off until spring because of this. So hopefully then we'll be back on the 55 and whatnot when all this is said and done, and get that content back rolling. But anyway, yeah, I think I may show a clip tomorrow, because tomorrow's supposed to be really nice. And we'll give you another update on this, because I think they'll get a lot done tomorrow. So
you may have a big announcement come Monday.
What's that?
Another project.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll keep that a secret.
Yeah, we'll keep that a secret. I think we got another project car, because the little bit I have put up of it on the channel, we're getting one exactly like it, and it's had a lot of good response and people want to see more of it. So now why not just have 2 and have more content on that? So anyway, we'll update you on that as well. So we got some cool stuff coming. That'll be Monday or Tuesday, and the video will be following that. So, and yeah, sorry I've been away for so long. Just haven't had anything to film because of stuff at work, and I went on vacation and this. So anyway, we'll catch back up tomorrow on another little update and see what they get done. Okay, now that we showed you guys the new shop at Dad's, as well as caught you up on stuff at home, back up at the shop, and like I said, we're still a little bit behind, so got some thrashing to do to get back to where we need to be. I know we're very close, but I had mentioned we had this client that was on the list for a while for a wiring job, and then just a couple other odds and ends, and one of those is getting the grill bolted back up. So it's had some mods done to it as far as people trying to replace some rusted stuff on it. So Jason got the whole car wired, got the turn signals wired in, and now we're ready to fit this front end and get everything ready to go. So I'm going to set you guys up, and I think I'm going to, since I don't have a second set of hands, we're going to use that stool, throw that front end up on there, bolt it up, get it tight where it's aligned right, and then start marking everything to drill our holes for the actual outer parts of the grill assembly. So we'll set you guys up on a good old time lapse, and we'll get after it. Okay, as you can see, we got the thing all mocked up. So there's some holes we have to drill to be able to mount this thing fully. Got some right in here, a couple here that aren't drilled, and same for the other side. So as you could see maybe in the video, I was taking some measurements, and now that I got these things marked, I should have marked the chrome where these holes were at, so I could have then in turn traced it to here and then just been ready to go. But regardless, I got to take this thing back off to drill anyway. So I've marked, I've got this pressed up where it's going to be seated. As you can see, I traced it, so I know right where this bumper is going to be. Did that on both sides. So we'll pop this thing back off, and we'll check back with you guys after I get some stuff drilled. And then probably first thing tomorrow morning, we'll be ready to get some nut certs, get those in place, so then we can in turn bolt this up the proper way because it was kind of just rigged on there. So like I said, we'll just drill a couple holes, add some nut certs, and this thing will be bolted up proper. And then I think we add a battery box and put in the dome light, and this thing's out the door and back to the customer to let him kind of finish out what he wants to do with it. So let's get this grill mounted up and get that knocked out. Okay, we are back. It's the next day. Went ahead and got this pulled back off, double checking all my measurements, and we got our holes marked where to drill them. I got to oversize this one, kind of clean up that hole, make it look nicer. Got this one marked as well as this side. And I outlined the grill when it was completely bolted down fast. That way I knew exactly where the top side of this chrome trim is at. So that way my measurements are accurate. And then this side, somebody has already done, like we were saying in a previous clip. You can see where they've kind of welded this outer piece on and then added nuts behind there. So we are going to mimic that design, and we are going to nut cert these. So got to drill these a little bit, get some nut certs pressed in, and then drill our marked holes. And then after that, we should be pretty much ready to get this thing back on, bolt it down fast, and the front end will be done. Battery tray was already in it. Didn't realize Jason already got that done, so we're good there. And then throw the dome light cover on it. And then I think throw the headlights in it. And then this thing will pretty much be ready to get out the door. And we can get back on painting the 66 Corvette that I've showed in previous videos, as well as getting more work done on the 54 Corvette. We're making a lot of progress on it, and I'll update you guys later in this video or a separate one. Not sure yet how I'm going to do it, but anyway, let's get to drilling these holes and mount this thing up. Here we are, got ourselves a front end. Thing fit up super nice, and it went right where I wanted it. There is a little dinger on the fender, which you can feel it. Might even be able to see it in the camera, but it does allow for a little gap just because that fender's pushed in right there. But this thing's not a show car, obviously, but it fit up real nice out there. This side looks killer. Pretty happy with it. Overall, good fitment. We got all the bolts holding it in, so she's nice and strong, good to go. And the holes you're seeing here are for the valance slash like bumper fill piece, which will be put on if he decides to run a front bumper, which I'm assuming he will. Now on to the last couple items on the list, which is the fan. So it's set up to pull right now, and we just put it on the battery. Had to have two people, one we hold it, and it's in pull mode, and we need it to push because obviously there ain't no room there, not even enough for a mechanical fan. So this is where the fan is going to mount to the radiator on the outside, so it's got to be able to push air through the radiator, not pull. So we're gonna swap the fan around. Tells them the directions how to do that. Pretty simple. We'll swap that thing around and we'll set you guys up and we'll get this thing mounted. Okay, so as you know, we got this front end all bolted down. See, now it's a good spot to take a break. Got the fan switched around, so we're good to go there. I measured out where I want it, and you only got so much room in here because you got your core support on each side, and you got this brace bar for the core support itself in your way, so you only have so much, and you got the hood latch assembly with this big bracket on the back, so you're very limited. But luckily this fan does clear everything. I don't know about you guys working on stuff, you never get that lucky, but I slipped that fan in there and there's like about 1/8 of an inch between that and the hood latch bracket. So I was like stoked and dumbfounded because that stuff never happens. So anyway, we're gonna get this thing slipped in there and get the radiator ties put through, which they come with the tie downs like that. So let's open these things up. We'll get that fan in there and see what we got. All right, got all our stuff laid out and got our fan. I'm gonna mount it like you see here. Want the wires coming out the bottom so we can tuck those away and hide them. That way they're not just kind of coming out the top and looking all like garbage. So let's slip this in. We'll do some final measurements. Be sure I'm squared up where I want it, height-wise and side to side. And then we'll slip these radiator hold downs through it. We'll be good to go. Now, this thing technically needs a shroud, you know, to cover up your whole radiator and come back and meet your fan to cool properly. I don't know how this car will do. He's not wanting us to do that. He just wants us to mount this straight to the radiator itself. And for a car like this, it should be okay with an aluminum bigger radiator and just a small block Chevy. It should be okay. And obviously when he gets the thing running and driving, he'll find out. And if we have to make a shroud for it in the future, we will. But as of now, we're installing it. I just saw that squirting. That's in my mind. Me too. Now I'm gonna find where I put my tape measure. So there's a little lip down here on the radiator, and I've actually kind of set the fan on that. And I'm gonna see if I can come bring it up just a little bit. But like I said, we're limited for room, so see what we can do here. I want to try to get it centered, but I may not be able to fully just because of where this hood latch bracket's at. So I want this fan to be able to get the maximum amount over the center of the radiator that I can, but we are pretty limited. You know, I might have to take a second here and we'll get back with you guys because I see a little bit of an issue I didn't notice, so let me try to address this and then we'll get back. Okay, little change of plan, guys. There's gonna be some modifications that need to take place to get this thing where I want it now that I'm really looking at it. So, gotta figure out where the hood goes. So whatever mods we do make, we'll still clear the hood. So that's a call that the owner needs to make. He'll be in the morning. So we're just gonna hold off of that. The last thing that needs to be done is installing the headlights. As you can see, I've kind of got this side mocked up, and I'll show you in just a second. So all that's left is the headlights, the fan, and then Jason has to tie together a couple last things on the wiring, and then this car is gone. So this thing should be gone here in a couple days, and we'll be able to get back on all the main stuff. This is kind of the last job that's been on the list to get in and out. I think I mentioned that already. So let's get this knocked out and move forward. So as you can tell, we got the metal ring in, and the reason I have this beauty ring in first is because these are a Frenched headlight kit. You can see it on this side, the buckets that have been welded in to French the headlights in. So we need to re-drill the holes, and I want to go in through the sides because the seam, if you didn't, would be on one of the sides, and I think that looks a little goofy. So I want the seam at the bottom, so that way you don't notice it. So we're gonna go in through the sides here at an angle for the sheet metal screws to hold in this outer bucket. So basically I'm going to mark those and then drill those out with a small drill bit so the sheet metal screws can go in, and that should get us where we need to be on this side. And it looks like someone did actually look, I just noticed this, someone already did it on this side. You know what? Maybe they are on this side. I don't know. I didn't even look. Nope, they've already done them on this side. So, hey, that part's already done for me. Great, I didn't even notice it. So, I guess we'll go ahead and throw these headlights together. I'll set you guys up, and don't know if I'll do a time lapse or real time, whatever. We'll set you up and get these things installed. All right, I'm gonna lay them screws on the ground so that way I kick them all over and lose them later. All right, as you can see, this side's all done. Had a little hiccup. Your little adjuster spring that was in there was wrapped in the wrong hole when we were mocking it up. And then as I went to put everything together, I realized it. So once I did that, got her thrown back around and put in place, everything went right together. Now the seam I was talking about leaving at the bottom, and like I said, the holes were already pre-drilled. They're actually pre-drilled because those aren't perfectly on the side, so there is an offset. So that seam's actually made to be up top, which I guess I understand now, because when you're standing up and looking down at the car, you see a nice clean stainless ring. That being said, I think there's supposed to be a little rubber gasket that goes in here because there is a little bit of almost an even gap all the way around. There's just a little bit of movement. So I'm assuming there's a rubber gasket that kind of rolls in there and goes up in that seam, and it would look clean. So I'm assuming that's all it needs. But that side's done. So let's jump over on the passenger side here, and we'll try to sling this thing together. Before I start filming, I got to look and see if the spring mount area, if that spring's broke or what all's there, what isn't there. So anyway, we'll do that real quick, and then we'll set up the camera again and get this side knocked out. Went ahead and got started. All I did was pop the plastic clips in for this side, got the screws started, got the spring mounted. So now we're ready to get this stuff all thrown together. So we'll see if we can get her in place and get it where we need it. Got that one. And that one. Rock on. Oh, oh well. No. We'll have that. There we go. I'm not stoked with the kit. Well, it's not bad. Everything went together pretty well. Just the way this screw seats in on this side isn't the most ideal. I mean, it's in there, so that is what it is. So that being said, headlights are done. Now we are ready to mount that fan, which we will do last. I'm not sure if it'll be in this video or not, because like obviously this car is not like a main car on the channel, so it's not that important if we see the last bits, which is literally just mounting that fan and hooking up the tail lights. So other than that, it's pretty much done and ready to go. So if there's anything else I want to include, I'll include it. If not, we'll probably be done. All right, not bad. I mean, for a kit that all works and whatnot, it went together pretty well on both sides. Can't complain. So there we go. Front end's complete, headlights, grille, both of them fully mounted with all the correct hardware. Now I'm gonna look at this fan one more time, see if there's anything else I can do. If not, that'll probably be the end of this one. So next clip, we'll either see the fan getting mounted or we'll be done. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, as promised, we're back out here today. Show you guys the last bit of progress to end out this video. So anyway, yeah, here we are. So they got this side fully sided, and windows in and done, which I think they were in the last clip. And then the front is almost all the way done. Trying to watch my step here. It's pretty gnarly. But got the front almost done minus that small section there. So we'll walk you over and see this, and then we'll take you around to the other side. But now you can kind of get a view for what it's like in here. But we got the small entry door in. I'm not sure when the main big doors are going in yet. Didn't get any word on that. But let's go see got the entry door in. And then I believe this side is fully done as well. But it's a pretty sloppy mess over here. So this side's all done. And then the gutters will go on, I think, last. If I'm not mistaken. They say when the gutters are going to go on, is that probably last?
Yeah, that's a separate crew.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh man, it's a mess. And we'll try to walk back around here to show you guys the back here. Jeez. There we go. We'll use this pallet here. But they already got the soffit and stuff done around the lean-to. And it's mushy on that other side, on that north side. So we'll walk you over from this angle, because this stuff's starting to dry up a lot better where the sun's been, so we can actually get out here a little bit. Okay. And there we go. Should be pretty sweet. So look forward to future videos on some more progress on this. I'll film it as they finish it, like I said. And then when we get the concrete in and start wiring it and all that good stuff, we'll obviously film videos doing that. As for now, I think that's probably gonna do it for this video. Dad and I are heading down to PRI on Saturday to check it out. And then we should be back to doing some stuff at the shop. And I'll do some more updates on the 3 Corvettes we got in there. So look forward to that. And then I'm not too sure what else we'll get into. Probably some Volkswagen stuff at home. So that'll be another future video as well. Trying to plan it out where I can start getting some videos out. Like I said, just hit a dry spell there. But anyway. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we're out.